Hello YouTube preppers, this is Lee the Coldwarprepper. This video is inspired by Texas Redleg. I would strongly recommend you go over to his channel and subscribe to him. He does mostly live stuff, but you have an opportunity to talk with other people like minds and bounce ideas off of each other. So let's take a look at what's going on in Ukraine. So first off, in Ukraine, you've got the people who are leaving the country. They've gone to the ATMs. They've gotten as much money out as possible. Strongly recommend that you have small bills. Okay, the smaller the bill, the better, because where you're going may not have change for 50s and 100s. I personally prefer 1s, 5s, and 10s. I don't even like 20s, but you know, whatever you can, get what you can. So anyhow, they're crossing the border, and remember that the hryvnia, which is the Ukrainian dollar, if you will, only has value as long as the country of Ukraine exists. So if the country of Ukraine is taken over by Russia, they'll be using rubles and not hryvnia, and so you won't be able to trade that. So a real quick word on hryvnia. So there's a letter in the Cyrillic alphabet called the K, and in their phonetic alphabet they call that Konstantin. Ours is K, or kilo. And then they have another letter, it looks like this, and that's Ch. And the phonetic letter for Ch is chariton. Now, for us, it would be hotel, actually hotel. But we don't have the guttural H. We have just a straight H. So to show the guttural H, they do KH, okay? So there's a difference between K, Konstantin, and Ch. So Kharkov is the city, not Kharkov, okay? Kharkov. Then there was this Russian premier or Soviet premier for a while, Nikita Khrushchev, not Khrushchev, but Khrushchev, because it's an umlaut, two dots over the E, which makes it a yo instead of an E. But we don't translate it that way. But anyhow, that's off subject. So let's talk about, you've got your cash. Okay, now, what if the cash has no value? So now we need to take a look at precious metals. So this is kind of a sarcastic let go at a lot of people I've talked to in the last 10 years on YouTube about prepping. This is my lighter. I can't eat it. This is my flashlight. I can't eat it either. This is my LT Wright Genesis Scandi grind knife. Nope, not edible. Can't eat it. And one final one, this is my ferrocerium rod. It can crack a tooth, but I can't eat it. So to all of you who want to think that they are intellectual superiors and come out with this false dichotomy of can't eat silver, it's no good, you can't eat it. Well, guess what? I can't eat my knife, but it's good. I can't eat my ferrocerium rod, but it's good. I can't eat my lighter, but it has value to me. I can't eat my flashlight, but it has value to me. It doesn't have to be edible in order to be valuable. So for those of you who want to come back with can't eat silver, there's all kinds of things that we value that we can't eat. So let's get into gold and silver. Gold comes primarily in 3 different ways. Number one, you can get it in its raw form. So this is just straight out of the water, put into a vial. That's about 5 grams. So 5 grams is about a sixth of an ounce of gold, and that's going to be somewhere around $300. 250. While we're there, let's talk about ounces. Which weighs more, an ounce of feathers or an ounce of gold? So, trick question, the answer is an ounce of gold weighs more than an ounce of feathers. And the reason is because feathers and everything else are measured in imperial ounces. And there's 28.5 grams to an imperial ounce, whereas with troy ounce, which is what we use for precious metals, there's 31.1 grams to an ounce. So, an ounce of gold is going to be about 2.5 grams more in weight than an ounce of feathers. So while we're there, this is one way you can get your gold. This is a Mexican 50 peso coin. So this is 1 ounce. And that would be right at $1,300 or $1,400 right now. Don't recommend that you get those. I got it as a collector's item. I have another, when you get down into their smaller increments, this is the Mexican 2 peso coin. Now the problem with the 2 peso coin is this is only 0.0482 troy ounces. So it's basically just a little bit under 1/20th of an ounce, and then it's also only 90% pure. It's not 100%. The Kruger round is only 80% pure. So some others that you might want to be interested in, what I do with them. Oh, wait a minute. This is a 1/10 ounce. This is the size I'm going to recommend. This I'm going to show you one other, are the two sizes I recommend you get if you're going to get into gold. This is 1/10 American Gold Eagle. It's minted at the U.S. Mint at West Point, New York, the Military Academy. This is another Gold Eagle, okay, 1/10 ounce. The Canadian Maple Leaf is 1/10 of an ounce, and this is, now the difference between the two, they're both 1/10 of an ounce. This is only 99.99% pure. This is 99.999% pure. So this is going to cost you just a little bit more than this will because it has a higher purity rating. The last one, and this is the way if you can get them, I strongly recommend it. This is how you buy it in 1 gram increments. So this is from a company called Karatbars. I was involved with them for quite a while. They had a brilliant concept, and the concept was that you give them $50 or $100 a month, and then when you had enough built up in the account, you could buy gold in 1 gram increments, and they would send them to you, which was a great idea, and I really liked it. And I took advantage of that, and that was a great deal. The problem is, if you hear the name today, run away as fast as you can. I put in a request to have 21 grams that I had purchased, sent to me 2 years ago, and it's still pending delivery on their website. Then I got an email the other day that they wanted me to pay 20 euros to refresh my Karatbars credit card so that I could get my 300 euros that they owe me on my credit card, because they owe me not only 21 grams but 300 euros. And I'm sorry, they're just not being very honest in their dealings. So if you hear that company, run away. Now silver comes in several different ways. Generically speaking, let's talk about the first two. They can either be a bar or a round. Okay, so bars typically come in 1 ounce bar. Then you can get a 5 ounce bar. And if you're going to get bars, this would be the largest I would ever get. You can also get 10 ounce, you can get 20 ounce, you can get 100 ounce. Don't waste your money on anything larger than a 5 ounce bar. They're going to be difficult to trade. So a 1 ounce bar right now is about $24.50. So let's talk about bid and ask. So bid is, if you take a look at spot price, what's published on the web, bid is going to be a little bit higher than that. So you're going to pay a premium to the vendor, whoever you're buying it from, to buy the gold. So you're paying him basically a commission to buy it. Ask price is lower than the price of spot, because you're basically going to pay him a commission to buy it from you. So either way, there's going to be a fee involved in buying or selling of gold or silver. And so just think of, I'm bidding, I'm giving you, I'm offering you this, even though it's not an offer, they're going to demand it in order to buy it, or I'm asking that you buy this from me for this amount. So above or below list price, or what's listed on the web. Now, so that's bars. Okay, now let's take a look at the rounds, the circular thing. So those come in 2 forms as well. So right now we're talking only 99.99% pure silver. So these are generic rounds. Okay, they don't have any governmental entity on it. They have no coinage, dollar value, or anything else. This is sterling mint. They do beautiful work. And then they'll always say on them 1 troy ounce. And then they'll have their purity. So this is 99.9%, 99.9% pure silver. This is a collector's item, basically. This is the American Prospector from Engelhard Minting. They are known for their artwork. They're known for their purity. They're known for their excellence in minting. So those are all private. The difference between spot price and what you're going to pay is going to be slightly lower than buying a coin. Okay, so what are coins? A coin is something that is minted by a governmental entity. So this one's minted by the government of Canada. And it says that it is worth 5 Canadian dollars. So if nothing else, I can take this into a Canadian store and throw it down on the table and get $5 for it. Now in reality, this is 1 ounce of 99.99% pure silver, so it should be worth $24.50. But that's the melt value, not the face value. The American Silver Eagle is 99.9% pure silver as well. It has a face value of $1, and it's the new American silver dollar. This is minted at West Point, New York. So those have actual governmental guaranteed values of $1 or $5. The third form of silver that you can collect is what we call constitutional silver. So I buy 5 of these every week. This is where I try to put most of my money. These are the American Mercury silver dimes. These are 90% silver. Okay. Right now, each silver dime is going to cost you about $1.70. So it takes 14 of these to equal 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce of silver. So that's the way that the American coinage system was pretty much designed, was so that $1.40 face value equals 1 ounce of silver. So you could also do that with the American old silver dollar. So this one's the Morgan. I believe the last Morgan printed was 1922, and then this is the peace dollar, started in 1923. You can tell the difference. This one has a crown on her head. But this was the American silver dollar, famous for the West. And so one of those plus one of these, this is Ben Franklin, $half, and this is 50 cents face value, so one of these and one of these is $1.50. It's going to be worth more than just 1 ounce of silver, just a little bit more than that. You can also get some of the older ones. I love the Walking Liberties. So this is the oldest quarter that we have. So this is the American Walking Liberty, $half. But anyway, so the summary is you can do gold or silver. I recommend silver over gold because remember, you're going to get, as the price goes up, you get more value increase if you have silver than if you have gold. Number 2, you can get into silver a lot more incrementally with less investment than you can gold. Even 1 gram, we're looking at somewhere around $50 just to get 1 gram. And then if it goes up 30 cents an ounce, then your 1 gram investment's only going up a penny. So of the 2, I prefer silver. Recommend that you get some in your prepping supplies. I would say probably have maybe 5-10 ounces. But if you can get the Mercury dimes or the Franklins or the Kennedy $half. Now Kennedy $half, 1964, were still 90%. 65, 66, I think they went down to 40%. But they still have silver content as well. So, hope that gives you a little bit of a primer as far as investing in silver and gold, and the fact that, yeah, you can't eat it, but it still has value. So, with that, y'all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.